Hi guys, I hope that you are all safe and well. Welcome to the magic of March time. Can't believe how fast this year is going already, but I must admit I'm really excited to sort of welcome the energies of spring coming back into the world. We need a bit of that laughter, that love, that light coming back. We so need that at the moment. Just want to say massive thank you to those that are supporting the tour. It kicked off in Frome the other day. It was an amazing night, so thank you very much for being part of that. Want to say, guys, I've got a lot of dates happening in March. I've just looked in my diary and it's a really busy sort of month actually, so I want to run through a list of things that are happening, that are taking place before we do the tarot scope for March and see what the month holds and has in store for you. So if you're interested in seeing me at any of these venues for either a demo night or for one-to-one private readings or different workshops, I'll tell you what's coming up, what's happening. So this coming Sunday, I am doing my Zoom tarot workshop for beginners online. That starts from 10 o'clock and will run till around 5 o'clock. It is £120 with a deck of tarot cards, or it's £100 if you want to bring your own. They must be the Raider weight because that's the version I teach with. So we'll do the course, we'll do the day, and then a separate certificate will come out in the post to you, just sort of recognising that you've done that workshop. And of course you'll have access to my student group and all the hidden behind the scenes stuff that a lot of people don't get to have access to. So that's really exciting. So if you're interested, I would need to know by this Wednesday. That's going to be the cutoff for that, in time to sort of get cards and everything ordered and bits and pieces over and posted to you. So that's happening. And then I'm back in Glastonbury in the Wonky Broomstick doing one-to-one reading sessions on Sunday the 13th. I do have a couple of spaces left for that, so it's £30 for half an hour in there. Payment required up front via myself, just a bank transfer will secure your space. So if you'd like to sort of get involved in that, then drop me a message and we can book you in. And then the sort of next date for my Spirit Magic tour, on Saturday the 19th, I will be in Hensridge doing my demo. Tickets are over halfway sold now, but I do have space for a few more. So if you'd like to purchase a ticket, pop over to the website, find the Hensridge link and you can book those. There's still time to get involved. Going to be a fantastic night, really excited for that. And then Sunday the 20th, I'm doing one-to-one readings down in Martock at Katrina's hair salon. So I'm back down in Martock for anybody that wants to catch me and see me there. A few spaces available, so drop me a message, get involved. And then Saturday the 26th, I am back over in Hensridge doing the Amy Michelle's fantastic holistic fair that she always runs. So I have spaces to see me there for readings if you'd like to. And then finally, Sunday the 27th, I am doing one of the Be Well and Beautiful fairs by Helen in Frome. So that will be a lovely way to sort of finish the month. So I'm going to be a busy bee this month, here, there and everywhere, all over the place. Plus doing my Zoom and Facebook healings and readings for people. So there's quite a lot going on in March. But if you're interested in any of the above stuff, let me know and we can get that booked in and we can sort of... yeah, it'd be lovely to see you at one of those things. Right, guys, let's see what March holds in store. So as ever, we're going to do this as opportunities for March, any obstacles to be aware of through March. Oh, that's way too many, you can't have all them. And any lessons that March time may bring along the way. And then we'll follow off with a little cheeky witch's rune, which will just sort of finish the session quite nicely. So I hope this will make sense for you guys. Right, bear with me. I'm just getting all the cards. March is looking to be a bit interesting from what that's showing me. I'm looking at those first two and I'm a bit like, oh, okay. An interesting time for sure. Okay, that's cool. Right. I think this is really in keeping, actually. The cards that have come out are really in keeping with what's going on in the external world a little bit at the moment. with the wars and everything. So interesting. So as we're going into opportunities, then we're going into the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is about freedom. Freedom is really being heightened, it's really being encouraged, it's really being amplified. Now, as we sort of go into a stage of freedom throughout March time, sometimes that in itself can feel quite challenging. It can feel quite overwhelming if we're not used to a level of freedom. And Page of Wands is also about sometimes, you know, you've invested, you've put things in perspective and to a really good point in place, but sometimes your hands become a little bit restricted or a little bit tied by external stuff. Sometimes we find ourselves in this waiting game. But the key thing here is, even if you feel like you're in a little bit of limbo land energy, or you're waiting for energies around you to move forward, to involve with you, don't rob, don't sacrifice, don't sort of self-punish. Just be in that stage of sort of free energy, flow with it, because this staff or wand is keeping you supported, it's keeping you upright, and she can see all around her. So she can see to the north, to the south, to the east, and to the west. So there's endless opportunities for you in March time. See that. Don't get bogged down with the sort of demanding stuff or the physical world. So there's an emphasis here on keeping things very free flowing, staying grounded. That's really being encouraged for March time. Now, as we're going into any obstacles, we're going into the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is a card of feeling a little bit caught in fear, trapped in anxiety, you know, just trapped in anxiety, fear, worry. It could be for some of you that you're self-reflecting, over-analysing on past cycles. Some of you maybe are just feeling a little bit kind of overwhelmed with life at the moment. So we've got to be cautious here with the obstacles. And even when we feel in that space of sort of fear or limitation or external worry, I know so many people have been kind of contacting me saying they're very fearful of this, you know, this energy of war with Russia and Ukraine and everything else. It's trying not to feed into that too much. Send love back to those situations. Of course, it's not going to change what is necessarily happening, but by sending that higher vibration, you're not feeding into the negativity of what's kind of going on. So we've got the shoehorn of good luck and success and these wings. And sometimes even in the darkest of episodes or storms or battles, there is sometimes often, you know, positivity, light at the end of the tunnel, even if it doesn't always be sort of seen or recognised in its truest sort of extent and quality at first. So if you're feeding into any depressions, any overwhelmment, it's having to cut away from that. Don't feed into the nightmares that you might be on a personal level going through, or energetically, collectively going through. Try and really steer away from that if you kind of can, and excel. Let yourself receive something of higher experience, of higher value. That's really, really important. And by doing that, we can go into the lessons. We're going into the Five of Swords. Five of Swords, this is a card of like sort of success, victory, battle. The war is done, the war is over. I really see this as a card of like, make love, not war. I think that is the lesson we need to take from this. And as humans, as a race on a collective level, love is what we should be feeding into at the moment. You know, war, hate, all of these things, they're secondary energies, they're low-level energies. They don't actually achieve anything. They really, really don't. So the lessons here is to sort of feed into the victories of stuff, not into the fears and the anxieties. Feed into the victories, feed into how you want things to be, and by doing that, you'll bring victory into your personal world. So this is a really interesting set of cards, completely different from what I was expecting us to have. I don't really know what I was expecting us to have, but it wasn't this. So what we'll do to end the session, we'll just pick a little cheeky witch's rune and see what we've got going on there. Bear with me, see what the one wants to be. Okay, interesting. We've got the sun. The sun is all about nurturing. The sun is wanting to feed light. There's a lot about illumination coming in with this month. And also a great sort of one to have, because with springtime, it is the returning, it is the welcoming of the physical light coming back in. Obviously, towards the end of the month, we've got Austria, which is a pagan festival to welcome the return of springtime. So the sun wants to sort of nurture, it wants to heal, it wants to recharge everything. So I think that's a really, really lovely rune to go with everything else. So just to recap, the opportunities, endless opportunities are available and at your disposal. Stay grounded, look at the bigger picture, don't get consumed in stuff. Obstacles, don't lose your head, don't get consumed in overwhelmment, in darkness, in restriction. See past that, keep going forward. And lessons, celebrate the victories, big and small. See yourself victorious and watch your world change around you. Embrace the energy, the light, the power that resides within you, because that is what will sort of help all of us through the next sort of phase. So I hope it makes sense. Going to leave it with you. Stay safe, stay well, stay fabulous. I'll really look forward to catching up with some of you throughout the month in various ways. And yeah, can't wait to see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.